reading your book last night, and it finally came in the mail, Unstoppable Attitude. And as I was flipping through it, there were a few questions that had popped up into my mind, and I just really wanted to just call you up and just ask you just these two simple questions.
Okay.
Awesome. So in your book, you had mentioned that you have been traveling around since you were about 25 years old. And as an entrepreneur who spends a lot of time traveling to see clients and meet members of your staff, I wanted to ask you how you handle the work and life balance. And is there even such thing as a work-life balance life?
Okay. There's actually a chapter in Unstoppable Attitude about that. The three circles, right? You got your personal life, you got your work life, and then you've got, maybe the spiritual side or social side or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know about balance. I think life has seasons. Like if you look at a farmer, in the spring they're planting, in the summer they're kind of, working the fields. The fall they're, picking the crop, and maybe in the wintertime they're hanging out. So, it's not always that you're hitting the ground, running all the time. There are some times where you're going to have to, burn the candle at both ends. That's just the way it is in business and personal life or whatever. It doesn't matter what you're doing. My kids are now in their early 20s. When they're younger, they have different needs than they have now. So the balance thing, I'm not really sold on that. How I kind of keep myself in check and my personal energy levels up, I really believe in life and in business. People got to stop setting goals. Goals are nothing but an intention, really, maybe a strong intention, and start setting up systems. So once you set a goal, you need to have a system. And I'm extremely OCD, for lack of a better word, and habitual with my daily rituals. And those rituals, I guess, that's what gives me daily balance. That's how I can do what I do, keep my energy up, keep my health up, stay vibrant, stay, present for my clients, keep learning, stay in contact with people, marketing myself. I'm extremely habitual. And in those habits, I've embedded, quote unquote, balance the best that I can.
Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. Not just setting up goals, but just an actual system to get the task done. Makes perfect sense, because otherwise it's just basically kind of like a wishing upon a star type of thing. You're just going to set a goal, and most people don't even know how to take the proper steps to achieve it. So I really like that.
That's right. Yeah, and wishing upon stars doesn't work because half the time it's cloudy. So.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Okay, and I also wanted to ask you, how much did your social circle play a role in a part of your success? Did you spend a lot of time with successful people around you, or did you kind of just leave the social circle and the whole social life behind and just kind of do your thing?
Okay, when I first started, my social circle collapsed, so that's a whole other story. I had a bunch of people die and get sick and all kinds of stuff, and it's kind of what drove me in a personal way to seek what I'm doing now. So that collapsed on me. I also wasn't lucky enough to be around a lot of family or friends or business people that were what I wanted to become. So that was unfortunate, but I also think in a lot of cases, the people that are maybe listening, even if you have people around you, those people may not want to spend time with you. They're arriving, they're busy, they're doing their thing, and you might not be lucky enough to have anybody close enough or somebody that you can trust that's going to surround you. So what I did initially was, absolutely your peer group makes a difference. I created an imaginary one. I read books. I associated with the people in those books. I went to courses. I did meet some people there. I created a lot of peer groups through workshops, audio books, mentors, people that I knew were in my space or my field at that time that I felt were doing better than me, that I could look up to and try to model and figure out what they were doing better than I. So I created an imaginary peer group. I still do that. I think everybody's got to have a master. There's people that I'm, aspiring to become or become like in health, wealth, and happiness, which is the two areas that I want in my life. And, as far as my career as well. So that's what I did there. Now, my peer group, I'm a bit of an introvert. I'm sort of a loner, so I don't spend a lot of time with a lot of people anyways. I find I keep my personal life and professional life very much separate. My peer group is still pretty much that. Now, I have some people that, now come to me, want to be part of my peer group that are perhaps even more successful than I am.
That's awesome.
So, I'd say I'm a little bit tighter with the type of people now that I actually want to relate with and associate with, because maybe they perceive me different or whatever else. But proximity is everything when it comes to relationships. So that's a different situation. I've been very careful to keep key relationships alive and to seek those. But as far as trying to better yourself, you know what? They say your net worth or income is, the same as the 5 people that are closest to you. They don't have to be 5 people that you know. It just could be 5 people that you're modeling their traits that you know enough of, that you can figure out how they got to be in that position. So that's kind of the long and short story on that one, Cameron.
Oh, perfect. Well, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I just wanted to ask you one more thing. These authors that you were following in these books, did you ever try reaching out to some of them personally during that whole process? Really?
I've met every single one of them.
That's incredible.
Met them.
Wow.
Some I've actually spent time with. Some I've met their children. One in particular, Joe Girard. He coincidentally ended up reaching out to me. I'm good friends with his son and wife. But I go basically, you know what, with those people that really impacted my life, I sought them out. I figured out where they would be. Either they're at speaking events or they're doing something, and I would show up. And I made it a point to work my way up to the front, shake their hands, and thank them. And sometimes I went further than that. So I've actually met all of them.
That's amazing. Well, we're actually running out of time. I wanted to ask you kind of how you did do it, but we'll leave that conversation for the next time we have this talk.
Okay, Cameron. Sounds great, buddy.
Awesome. You have a great day, Dwayne.
You too. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.